I'm Dustin Sweetelson alongside Ben Stevens. I'm going to have Ben take over because my IFB has come unplugged. Ben, take over.
Dustin, I got you, and don't you worry. We are ready for a monumental Saturday of college football. It is week number 5 of the 2025 campaign, and it is the best Saturday so far of this college football season. We have 49 FBS college football games on this single Saturday, about 14 consecutive hours of college football. So get your Saturday started in the exact right place, live right here on Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the sports betting network. Those 49 FBS games feature 4 ranked versus ranked top 25 tilts, the most on a single day so far in this 2025 college football season. 9 of those kicks happening basically as we speak, right here at noon Eastern time. Myself and Dustin Sweetelson will be along with you for the entirety of the ride on this glorious Saturday. Dustin, 9 FBS games, and it starts out with an absolute bang here at noon Eastern time. One of those 4 top 25 tilts in Champaign. Well, we will learn a lot about 2 teams facing off, the number 21 USC Trojans and the number 23 Illinois Fighting Illini. Brett Bielema and company looking for a bounce back after the thrashing they took last week in Bloomington. USC hoping to make a statement, and Notre Dame travels facing off to Fayetteville to take on Arkansas. It's a great college football Saturday, and you are in the right place right here on Live Bet Saturday. Dustin, how we doing, my man?
I'm good, and we'll find out if both of us are on the right side as we're both looking at the Illini in a bounce-back spot at home, early start window for the Trojans. And I think this is where we find out if USC is beefed up on the interior, on the line of scrimmage, which seemed to be a spot where they suffered a year ago in Big Ten play. We've got an interesting one that you and I are on opposite sides of. I am on Rutgers catching 5.5. You are on Minnesota laying the points in this game in Minnesota, where the number's gotten down to 3, Ben, all of a sudden. And that is because Darius Taylor, the running back, is out for the Golden Gophers, as is the backup running back, A.J. Turner. They are
You are correct. The revenge game for that Rutgers quarterback, Ethan Kaliak-Manis. Also the revenge game for his play caller in Piscataway, Kurt Shiraka. They had the partnership together in the Twin Cities before both went to the shores of the Raritan. And as we saw last week on that Friday night game, albeit a loss for Ethan and the Scarlet Knights, he threw for 330 yards against Iowa. He is off to a great start this year. 10th leading passer in all of college football. 7 touchdowns to only 1 interception. He is developed before our eyes, very different than the quarterback he was when he was playing games for the Golden Gophers. And one of the reasons, Dustin, that I got in early on Minnesota this week and got a bad number, you a great number, was because I thought, following the disappointing result in Northern California against Cal in an off week, that both Darius Taylor and the Marshall transfer at the running back spot in A.J. Turner would be back for this game. It turns out neither are going to play. So Cam Davis and Femi Ijaboy, the freshman from outside Philly, who had a great game against the Golden Bears, will look to produce on the ground against a Scarlet Knight defense that gave up $160 to the Iowa Hawkeyes a week ago. That's why I had belief in Minnesota showing some resolve, but without Darius Taylor, a little bit more murky here early on this Saturday.
Rutgers on the move, a couple big pickups in the air. They're now at the Minnesota 25. Those new look wide receivers for Rutgers looking pretty good early in the season. We're underway up there. Is it still the Carrier Dome? I think they renamed it, but it'll always be the Carrier Dome. That is your alma mater. Duke and Syracuse, where we're going to see the debut of Ricky Collins, the transfer from LSU, Ben. What's your anticipation for him taking over for your Orange with Angeli out for the season?
Yeah, what a great result last week, of course, for Syracuse. Dustin, the early window, Clemson football has looked atrocious here on Live Bet Saturday. However, my alma mater taking advantage with that outright win in Death Valley as a 3-score underdog. But with the great came the bad. That was Steve Angeli, the torn Achilles, out for the remaining part of this season. And Angeli, although he struggled early against Tennessee in that Jeff Nixon offense, as we saw last year with Kyle McCord, the transfer quarterbacks from the bigger premier programs finding their stride with SU. Ricky Collins, not exactly that prototypical drop back passer like Angeli is, more of a dynamic athlete at the QB spot. We'll see how Jeff Nixon starts to call some of those plays for Syracuse today. My fear in this one, Dustin, with most of the sharp money early in the week on the Blue Devils, this was a 5.5-point spread on Monday afternoon in favor of Duke. Closing closer to 4 is a firm eye on that total, approaching 60 as we get underway in Central New York. Syracuse allowing more than 580 yards of total offense to those opposing units. And Darian Mensah and Duke have been great through the air this year. The yardage allowed by SU, Dustin, the most among power conference programs. They had built such a big advantage last week against Clemson. That did not come back to bite them in the rear end. I wonder if it does today without Steve Angeli pacing things offensively for Syracuse.
Big pickup for the Pitt Panthers. Just touching on this game, we saw this one open around 4.5, got down to 3 by kickoff. I took the 4.5 with the home dog Pitt Panthers coming off the bye, losing that backyard brawl a couple weekends ago, taking on Louisville, but they're playing without their star running back Desmond Reed, who is a special player. So they will be relying mostly on the arm of Eli Holstein, their big-time quarterback, as they are now right into the red zone with an opportunity to score early. That number now in-game, Ben, is down to Louisville laying 1.5, total of 54.5. How do you see this ACC tilt going?
Yeah, it's a really interesting spot as well, Dustin, and we've talked a lot about running back injuries to begin. Des Reed for Pitt on the other side. Some questions for the Cards who would be there in the backfield. Their talented freshman duo from last year, now sophomores, Isaac Brown and Duke Watson, barely played a couple of weeks ago for the Cards. They are both expected to play today in the Steel City. Both were seen on the field moments ago, warming up pregame and going through the motions. To have Isaac Brown back will be a huge help for the USC transfer in Miller Moss. We thought maybe in this Jeff Braun system, he would explode. He hasn't so far just yet. Louisville is perfect, undefeated this year. But the Cardinals, Dustin, one of 14 FBS teams entering week 5, yet to cover a spread so far this season. Louisville, a slight favorite on the road, but Pitt already driving into that Cards red zone area. It will be important for Louisville to contain Eli Holstein, who, albeit a loss in the backyard brawl, threw for more than 300 yards for a second consecutive game.
Interesting score update. Our first touchdown of the early window here in college football, the Ohio Bobcats on the board over Bowling Green, which is pretty interesting, Ben, because this number opened 11 with Ohio laying it at home, taking on Bowling Green. We got down to 7.5, which meant a lot of money coming in the other way on Bowling Green on the road in this MAC matchup. And right now, Ohio gets on the board first, looking for an adjusted number here in the market on the Bobcats, who have had a pretty good start to the season. They're now laying 11.5. So now we're back over the opener to
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to the Goggins Ice Arena here on the campus of Miami University of Ohio, as Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network are proud to bring you Canton-Akron Jets hockey here in this weekend showcase. Canton-Akron Jets today will take on the Westville Ice Rocks out of the state of Indiana. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you, along with Caitlin Moll. Hi, atop the Goggins Ice Arena here on this homecoming weekend for the Miami Redhawks, as we will get ready for the second game of the weekend for the Canton-Akron Jets. Jets last night in action. They would take on the host in the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. They would take the 3-1 loss. And it would be Brent Jankowski taking the loss for the Canton-Akron Jets. Jack Pryor, with the only goal last night. For Westfield, they're going to be in action. They were in action last night as well. They would take the 4-2 loss, and coming in overall at 1-1. Westfield Ice Rocks, part of the Indiana State High School Hockey Association. Of course, last night, also we had the Fulham Bulldogs taking on the South Range Raiders. Bulldogs get the 34-0 win. Want to throw that in there. Congratulations to the Bulldogs. They remain number 1 in Division 5, Region 17. For the Canton-Akron Jets, they were last in action 2 weeks ago as they would participate in the Cleveland Rock and Roll Tournament, and they would get the 1-0 win to win that tournament over the Nashville Warriors. Actually lost to that very same team 5-3 in the preliminaries, but then was able to come back on that Sunday and pick up the 1-0 win. Jets will be back in action tonight at 6:55. Game 3 of the showcase, and in action tomorrow morning, just after the 9 o'clock hour, as they will wrap this showcase weekend up here. And again, outstanding host here, a beautiful facility as they celebrate homecoming here. The Redhawks in action, the football team in action today at 3 o'clock. But for now, we are in hockey mode after a great slew of high school football last night over on Western Reserve Radio 2 with Mark Means, Dave Clark. It would be Springfield getting the win over the Jackson Milton Blue Jays, and then the aforementioned Fulham Bulldogs get a win over the South Range Raiders in an unexpected fashion, as they would have a running clock going into the fourth quarter. Fulham leading Division 5, Region 17. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, Canton-Akron Jets hockey here from the Goggins Ice Center here on the campus of Miami University. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTV, The Scourge.
Moments away from puck drop here at the Goggins Ice Arena on the campus of Miami University of Ohio. Canton-Akron Jets come in at 4-2 on the season. 30 goals for, only 9 given up, including the 3 last night. And for the Westfield Ice Rocks, they come in at 1-1, scoring 9 goals on the season and giving up 4. And Westfield Ice Rocks will be in the net to our right. Canton-Akron Jets will start off on the net to our left. Still waiting to see who the starter is going to be, but I believe it is going to be the senior out of Poland Seminary High School, Connor Mold. And the Canton-Akron Jets will be back in action tonight. 6:55 is the scheduled puck drop. We will be on the air just about 10 minutes beforehand. Also coming up tonight on Western Reserve Radio 2, Mark Beans will bring you Grove City Wolverine football from Robert E. Thorne Field on the campus of Grove City College. They will host William and Jefferson. I believe Chris Bird's going to be on the call with them as well. The professor, Ryan Briggs, keeping an eye on things. And from what it looks like, it will be Connor Mold in the net to our left. As we get set to get underway here, as it'll be Stagmeyer, LaChance, and nicely on the front starting off. Weaver and Pryor will be the defensemen for the Canton-Akron Jets. Did not get a roster for the Westfield team. We apologize for that. We will give you the names as best we can off the back of the jerseys. That's why we love hockey. Is Westfield now bringing it into the zone. Houck taking a shot, and it's going to go in the back of the net. And quickly, Westfield Ice Rocks take a 1-0 lead. 21 seconds into the game. Puck going in. Blocker side on Connor Mold. Mold had the night off last night, getting the start today. Barbieri going to have this one, send this one down to the ice. This won't be icing. It'll be chased down by Ethan Bell. Bell against the boards. They'll have Pryor behind and backing up. They'll battle for it. As Westfield now will send this back out to the top of the circle. Campbell going to drop this, but it'll be Barbieri that'll end up with it. Jack Barbieri trying to work to the inside. He'll lose that. Deacon Johnson, though, coming in. Tried to keep it in, but Westfield now with the Craven on the angle will work this off the board and try to get possession. He'll chip it up and be brought down by Wright for the Rocks. He'll chip it down near Connor Mold. He'll set it up for Barbieri. Barbieri from around the net has Craven out on the wing. Craven trying to get it up the boards, trying to battle through the defense. Deacon Johnson now through center. Sent it down below the circle. Picked up by Westfield. Westfield from the lower right corner. Sending it across. Balestrino was there. Couldn't get to it. And it'll head all the way down. Nice no icing coming up against Westfield for this one. Maybe chased down by Barbieri. Trying to feed it through the slot. couldn't connect on the pass. That puck will sail all the way down to the other end. Picked up by Tyler Benson. Benson making his first appearance this year. Had bumped up a little bit. And down into the near corner. For Canton-Akron. They'll take a shot. It's going to go off of the Westfield netminder. And the Rocks now with possession. No come through center. Weaver trying to take the path away. Takes a shot. Glove save by Connor Mold. 15:03 left here. First period. Westfield with a 1-0 lead over CAK. They'll drop this one to the left of Mold. Meyer, Stagmeyer, Craven, nicely in LaChance. For Canton-Akron. There's LaChance stepping in this one. CAK will win this one cleanly. They'll work around the board, get it to Rossi nicely. Trying to get past the defense of Westfield. And we apologize, do not have a roster for them, although it was requested. The puck out through center. Stagmeyer had it. He'll touch up, and we're going to have a penalty. It's going to be a holding call coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. And the Westfield Ice Rocks will head to the power play with 14:42 left here, first period. Excuse me, then with the Ice Rocks on the penalty. Very odd. It was delayed until Canton-Akron touched it. So Canton-Akron will go to the power play with 14:42. As the chance, we'll take the face off. We'll work from behind the net. Now the Westfield netminder Pryor from the circle, trying to work down below. He'll drop past this one to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer, D to Craven. Craven taking a shot, going to go pad save. And it'll be chipped down ice as Jack Pryor, the senior out of Glen Oak, will set this one up from behind the net. He'll lose it to a defenseman. Ice Rocks will end up with it, and it'll sail back down behind the goal line, behind Connor Mold. CAK with some speed now. LaChance. Down ice, looking for the backhand. Couldn't get to it. He'll reset from the top of the upper right-hand circle. He'll drop this one to Craven. Craven from the circle as well. Down below the line. CAK trying to get this from behind there. Trying to set somebody up in the slot. Nobody there. Chance now floating around waiting for the pass. Going to go off the tip of the Rocks defender. Craven now through center. Two defenders in front of him. It's going to go off the shin guard of a Rocks defender. And loose now down the far boards behind the goal line where Connor Mold will set this one up. He'll set it back around the boards, picked up by CAK. Jets will go for a change. Ethan Bell now with the puck, working it from the top of the circle. Takes a shot off the chest of the Westfield goalie. Puck now will sail all the way down. Westfield will clear this one with just 30 seconds left on the power play. CAK with the man advantage. And it's going to be CAK into the zone, trying to work in the side, looking to feed, but couldn't get anybody there in the slot. Pryor now up high at the blue line. He'll take the shot there, try to get through traffic. It'll pass Ethan Bell and then go off of the stick of the Westfield goalie. Barbieri from the blue line. Trying to work down the board. They'll feed it to Bell. Bell takes a shot. Stick save. They'll clear the penalty here, but CAK will maintain possession. Weaver sending this over to Barbieri. Barbieri going to take a bump, puck loose. And it'll sail down into the circle. No possession here. The Rocks now will clear this one. Should be icing coming up. Actually going to go off the pad of Connor Mold. He's going to come out and play it. Send it up to the far board. He'll pass up Ethan Bell. No icing. For the Canton-Akron Jets. 12:05 left here first period. Westfield with a 1-0 lead. He scored with just 21 seconds into the first period. Weaver from the blue line. He'll go D to D. Shot from the far point. Another save. Barbieri. Again, trying to get through the slot, but going to be picked up by Westfield. They'll chip this one all the way down into the zone. It'll go off the glove of Weaver, and we're going to get an offside call against Westfield. 11:41 left here, first period. Rocks with a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal, 5 for Canton-Akron, 3 for Westfield. On the face-off to the right of the goalie. Canton-Akron will have possession. They'll take this one behind the goal line, try to feed it in the slot. Too much traffic there, and it'll be chipped off the glass and down ice as it'll sail behind the goal line. Icing coming up against Westfield. With 11:27 left here, first period. Right, a chance to take the face off to the left of the Westfield goalie. Stagmeyer with the puck there. He'll lose it. Back out to the point. Craven will send it back down. He'll get it to Nicely. Nicely trying to feed it to LaChance. LaChance couldn't get all of that shot from the slot. And it'll sail to the far boards. Westfield sending it back out there. Craven will bring it through center, chip it off the board, and send it down behind the goal line. As LaChance will get tripped up. That was an easy call for the officials. And Canton-Akron will go to the power play again, second time here in the first period. 10:57 left in this first frame. Westfield with a 1-0 lead. Trying to get the name of the Westfield netminder. I believe it was Phelps, but we'll have to get a closer look at that. They'll drop this one to the left. LaChance will take the face off. Weaver Stagmeyer out there as well. Rossi Nicely will join them. Pryor taking the shot, and it'll be swallowed up by Westfield. And we'll drop it again. LaChance to take the face off to the right this time. And Westfield will clear it out to center, but Stagmeyer picked up the puck. They're going to call a hand pass. 10:46 left in the first period. So we'll drop this one right at the Miami of Ohio Center logo. A chance, bounce with a bouncing puck. They'll have this one. It'll be Houck for Westfield. They'll bank this off the far boards. Pryor will pick it up. He'll feed it to Weaver on the near side. Gage Weaver through center. Trying to feed it through the legs of Nicely to get it to LaChance. And the puck now around the kick plate to Cooper. Cooper for Westfield. Tried to feed it forward. And it'll be the Ice Rocks with some speed. 2-on-1 if they hurry. They'll take a shot pad save by Connor Mold. Weaver with the recovery for Canton-Akron. And they'll set it up from behind their own net. They'll hold it for LaChance. LaChance going to bring it through center. He and Nicely going to bump into each other. That'll cause the puck to come loose. Westfield will get it, but it's going to be shot on goal. No, not much on that. It's Canton-Akron now. We'll try to get it out of the defensive zone. Ollie Stagmeyer working through center. 3 green jerseys in front of him, and he'll lose the puck. Ethan Bell coming from the bench. He'll take the angle, and then he'll take the puck. We were there as well. As Bell now takes a shot. It's going to go off the chest of the Westfield goalie. Pryor back out to center now. Deacon Johnson on the ice with him. Feed this one to Johnson. Puck died at the blue line. Picked up by CAK. Fed into the slot. Tried to get it to Bell. Couldn't connect on it. Puck sent all the way down, and it'll be set up by Connor Mold for Craven. Craven from behind the net. Noah Barbieri to his right. We'll try to work past Westfield and try to get up the boards and into the zone. Shot attempted. Sharp angle shot attempted by CAK. Won't go anywhere. Jets will maintain possession. It'll go ahead down by the goal line. It'll be Ethan Bell trying to take a shot, but it's going to have to stick with a Westfield player. Ice Rocks with a 1-0 lead currently. Canton-Akron out shooting him 7-5. Craven chipping this one back in. CAK with the puck, but with all the confusion, it'll slip out to center, and Deacon Johnson will Send it down into the offensive zone for the Jets. Barbieri taking a shot from beyond the blue line. And then Westfield will send it all the way down. Icing coming up against the Ice Rocks. 8:13 left here. First period. Shots on goal, 7. Canton-Akron Jets 5 for the Westfield Ice Rocks. This off will come to the left of Phelps. Pryor from the circle. He'll send this one down. It'll go off the boot of a CAK player. Westfield now in possession. They'll get resistance at the blue line. Pryor will try to send it back in. Westfield working around the net of Phelps. Got it all the way down, but it'll be Balestrino out of Mineral Ridge High School that will send it D to Pryor. And then down to sharp angle shot by the Jets. And it'll go around the kick plate. Westfield now sending it all the way down, but Jets will stop that mid-ice. As Tyler Benson had it knocked off his stick. And Balestrino now from the far side will send this one back down into the offensive zone for CAK. 7:30 left here, first period. Westfield with a 1-0 lead. Shot from the circle. It'll go wide. 8-5 shots on goal in favor of CAK. Buck loose working down inside the Jets defensive zone now. Westfield trying to set something up. Working into the slot, takes a shot. Going to go off the leg of Pryor. And CAK with possession now. Trying to get it through center. Try to feed it. Benson couldn't find anybody. Couldn't get it through traffic. And he'll head to the bench. Jack Pryor now through center. Feed it over nicely. Nicely's going to have that puck intercepted. Westfield's going to take it and chip it down behind the goal line, behind Connor Mold. Off the glass and forward to Nicely. Nicely couldn't handle it. Rejected and sent back. Austin Nicely again. Trying to work this up the boards, but Sponsler will send this down to the opposite corner. Trying to feed it through there, and it's going to go in. Hersmer with the goal for the Westfield Ice Rocks. It's a 2-0 game. Shots on goal now, 7 for Canton-Akron, 6 for the Westfield Ice Rocks. Barbieri now with the puck. He'll try to send it through. He's going to lose it now. Westfield going to take a shot, but it'll be a back check from LaChance that will save the shooting opportunity for Westfield. Canton-Akron. Their own defensive zone nicely. Working her off the boards. It's going to be Stagmeyer. Looked like he was tackled. We're going to call for that coming up. And interference is going to be the call. Canton-Akron Jets with an opportunity. They'll go to their third power play of the day. Thank you for joining us here on the iMedia One Network app, or the Live 365 app. Also on Western Reserve Digital Radio on Facebook, iMedia One Network on YouTube as well. It's Canton-Akron now. We'll feed this to the top. Barbieri on the near side. Working down into the circle. Tries to feed it into the slot. Couldn't get to a teammate there as Ethan Bell had the puck, but it'll be pushed out the center. Craven going to go D to D. Too much on it. It'll get past Barbieri. Westfield now will send it all the way down to the Jets defensive zone. Craven will pick it up from the circle. Doan behind him. And Craven with a little bit of speed trying to come up the boards. Tried to feed it to Ethan Bell. Bell had his back turned to him. Bell now from the circle. Looking for somebody in the slot. Nobody there. Bell back out to the point. Barbieri trying to drop it back to Bell. Go behind the goal line. Behind Phelps. Westfield and CAK battling for it. From behind the goal line. Shot on goal. Another pad save by Phelps. 5:14 left here, first period. 2-0 is the score. Canton-Akron Jets trail. From behind the net. Trying to feed into the slot. Good again, and it's going to ricochet in. Canton-Akron gets on the board. 5:05 left here in the first period. They cut the Westfield lead 2-1. Shots on goal. 9-6 in favor of Canton-Akron. So there are 2 new additions to the roster today. And I believe one of them just scored. We don't have the name for him. We'll try to. Balestrino now out at center. As LaChance taking the offensive zone. He'll have nicely to his right. Couldn't get set up. He'll go down to his knees, bounce off there. And Pryor going to come in and almost was able to put that one in. Stagmeyer there, tried to get the redirected shot. Great opportunity here for the Canton-Akron Jets. Jets convert on the power play, make it 2-1. As Jack Pryor now through center. He'll be on the near boards. He'll send a half-hearted shot. Couldn't get to it. Second attempted shot, sharp angle, couldn't get there. Nicely back out at the blue line. Puck will pass him up. Balestrino there. He'll drop it for Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer into the zone. But Westfield now with it. Some couple of Jets are going to collide here, and we're going to get a whistle. And an offside coming up against Westfield. Much to the luck of the Canton-Akron Jets. 4:12 left here. First period. I am told we will have an ice cut halfway through the second period. A little bit different. Here at the home of the Miami Junior Redhawks. And this puck going to sail up into the stands. 4:06 left here, first period. I'll drop this one to the left of Connor Mold down in the Jets' defensive zone. Jets will be back in action tonight, 6:55. Is the scheduled puck drop. Shot from the circle. And it's going to go over the head of Connor Mold and sail around on the near board. Sponsler will send this back down into the Jets' defensive zone. Mold trying to shake that one loose. He'll get it back out to the blue line. They'll ship it down behind the goal line now. It's Canton-Akron trying to clear it again. Sponsler from the point. Send it down towards Connor Mold. Westfield will have to clear the zone here. Going to have an offside, but Weaver sending it across ice as Thorshavold from the far side. Working back to the high slot. Tries to take a shot. It's going to go off the stick of an Ice Rock player. Couldn't get all of it. And Chavold now going to battle behind the goal line on the near right corner for the puck. Deacon Johnson trying to take a shot. Going to go off of a Westfield player. And now it's going to be Campbell for Westfield. With some speed, takes a shot. Going to go wide right of the cage. And it'll be Houck that'll recover it. He'll try to keep it in. He'll ship it down behind the goal line. Here's Campbell. Looking for somebody in the slot. Tried to get the feed, but bad save by the CAK goalie. Tyler Benson now into the offensive zone. He'll wait for some help. Takes a shot and a glove save by Phelps. With 2:48 left here, first period. Westfield 2, Canton 1. Shots on goal. Canton-Akron 11. Westfield 7. Raven and Pryor will come off the bench defensively. Tyler Benson again back out there as well for the offense. Westfield with a clean win on this draw. Let's take this one down and go off the chest up Pryor. Pryor feed it to Benson. Benson going to work it off the glass. And he'll keep it in the neutral zone off the stick of a Westfield player. And Craven will try to pick it up. He'll take a push from behind. Couldn't get to it, but Jack Pryor will back him up. Pryor going to set this one up from behind the goal line. He'll work it off the glass down through center. This one will head all the way down ice. Icing coming up against CAK. 2:21 left here. First period. More live action coming up tonight here. The Grove City Wolverines will be back in action. 6:15 airtime over on Western Reserve Radio 2. Scheduled for a 7 o'clock kickoff. The only night game scheduled this year at Robert E. Thorne Field there on the campus of Grove City College. A chance. Taking the face-off. This one will sail around the near boards nicely. Trying to work around LaChance. Craven to his right. He'll take the shot from a distance. And it'll go off the stick of Phelps. Westfield now sending it around the kick plate. Craven going to try to keep it in here. And it'll go off the chest of a Westfield player. But it'll be two CAK players. Pryor going to knock the Ice Rock players off the path. And it'll reset back in their own defensive zone. LaChance now with the pick. Nicely backing him up as the puck will come loose. And they'll sail back almost out to the blue line. But Westfield with possession. Ice Rocks from the far board trying to work around the defensive Craven. Tie him up behind the net of Connor Mold. Puck loose. Nicely going to pick it up. Nicely. Looking for somebody to feed it to. Nobody there. He'll get it out to LaChance. LaChance, that center has to work around Boyle. And that puck will sail to the far board. Westfield will take possession. 1:19 left here, first period. Jets trail by a score of 2-1. Gage Weaver now from the defensive zone. Going to send this one through center. Try to feed it out to Deacon Johnson. Couldn't quite get to it. And from behind the net, try to feed it into the slot, but it's going to be intercepted by Westfield. The Ice Rocks now 2-on-2. They'll take the shot. They'll go wide of the cage. And from behind the goal line, it'll be Weaver. Trying to feed it out to Johnson, but Sponsler in the way. Doan sending it over to the tie slot. Another shot. Goes wide left of the cage. Sponsler from the near board. He'll battle for Westfield. Ethan Bell stepping in. And Akron possession. High slot. Shot from the high slot. It's going to go in. It'll be Brown for Westfield. All the action out on the boards. But Brown standing in the high slot all by himself. Gets the free shot. Westfield takes a 3-1 lead. With just 28.8 seconds left here, first period. On the center, we'll have face-off. There's face-off here. It'll be icing coming up against Westfield. We'll bring this one back down to our right. With 22 seconds left here in this first frame. Jets trailing by a score of 3-1. Westfield Ice Rocks out of Indiana, part of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Drop to the right of Phelps. For Canton-Akron now, Chabot trying to work against the boards. Around the kick plate here. No possession now. Finally, Westfield will have something, but it will be Canton-Akron to step in. They'll keep it in the zone. Chabot trying to step in there to pick the pocket. Takes a shot. It's going to go into the belly of the Westfield netminder Phelps. And we're going to get the buzzer for the end of the first period. After one, the Westfield Ice Rocks take a 3-1 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We're listening to the Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
After one, the Westfield Ice Rocks with a 3-1 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets. Sebastian Dabb with the only goal for the Canton-Akron Jets. However, Canton-Akron with some opportunities. 3 power plays, they convert on 1. Kyle Kersner and Brown responsible for the goals for Westfield. They end the period with Canton-Akron 14 shots on goal, Westfield with 8. But obviously Westfield has made the better use of their shots. All right, we'll flip sides here. Phelps will be the net to our left, Connor Mold to our right. LaChance will take the face-off. As Westfield will send this one down behind the goal line. Craven in there trying to get possession, and Westfield don't. Multiple players down in the corner. And they'll try to feed it into the slot, but it'll be picked up by Stagmeyer. Ollie Stagmeyer through center. He'll have nicely to his right. Won't be able to get all the way down the board. He'll have to slow it down. Tried to feed it over to LaChance. LaChance looking for somebody in slot. Stagmeyer there. Nicely there as well. Nicely couldn't get all the shots. Going to go off his stick to the far boards. Westfield from behind the net now. Will work it through the near side. He'll send it across ice. Craven there defensively. And he'll have to chase this one down in the corner. No icing coming up against Westfield. Puck loose there. Gage Weaver back and Craven up there. And CAK with the puck now. They'll send it out to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer through center. He'll feed this one forward. He'll get it to LeChance. Stagmeyer will chip it back in, and he'll head forward at the bench. Phelps will keep this one in play for Westfield. Craven there as well. He'll run some interference. Puck loose, and CAK now with possession. And trying to get in the zone, Ethan Bell. I don't think he saw the puck initially. But now Westfield will pick up the errant pass. As Weaver now will chase it down in the corner. He'll be chased by Houck from Westfield. Puck loose to the far side. Bell trying to get it up the board. Couldn't get it through traffic. It'll sail back behind the goal line behind Connor Mold. Weaver back and forth. Dab trying to help him out there. He's there on the near corner. Craven chipping it up the boards, trying to get it out of the Jets' defensive zone. Does a good job. And it'll sail down behind by Boyle. Boyle around the kick plate, but it'll be Ethan Bell that'll pick it up. And CAK from the far side. Dab feeding it back out to the point, but picked up by Westfield. Wright had it. He'll inadvertently send this one over to Worthington. Worthington will take the shot. Puck loose, though, from behind the goal line. Barbieri sending it down the board, out to the point. He'll send it back around the kick plate for the chance. Or, excuse me, that'll be Balestrino with it. They'll work in front of the net of Connor Mold. However, defensively, they'll come up big here as the Canton-Akron Jets will sail this one all the way down. Won't be icing for Canton-Akron. With 6:02 left here in the second period. Westfield with a 3-1 lead. Puck now out at center. Barbieri feeding it over to Benson. Benson from the top of the circle takes a shot off the chest of Phelps. And they'll try to send it back up top. Kept in. They're going to say no. They'll say offside. Looked like Barbieri kept it in. But we'll give the official the benefit of the doubt on that one. Canton-Akron, 16 shots on goal. Westfield with 8. 5:41 left here, second period. Jets trail by a score of 3-1. Chance with the face-off, nicely stepping in as well. Stagmeyer trying to get it past Cooper into the offensive zone. Finally, it'll be set behind Phelps. Rocks there, loses the pass. LeChance tried to work to the inside. He'll have the puck knocked away. Had an opportunity. There's no work on the near board down in the Jets' offensive zone. Looking for the puck. Balestrino trying to keep it down here. He'll feed it over to LeChance. LeChance back and forth trying to find somebody in the middle. We'll try to send it across ice, but it's going to go up into the netting, and we'll have the face-off as both teams will go for a change. 5:08 left here, second period. CAK looking to cut the lead. I'll drop this one to the circle to the right of Phelps. Dab to take the face off for Canton-Akron. Westfield going to send this behind. Ethan Bell tried to sneak around. Put this one in, but it's going to be covered up by Phelps. And we'll do it again. To the right of Phelps. Dab with the face-off. Deacon Johnson out there as well as Pryor. And Gage Weaver. Puck loose from behind the net now. Ethan Bell going to reach in there looking for somebody. Has to get through the defender. Try to work it into the slot. It's going to be knocked away by Westfield. Backed into the corner. Bell again. Big body. Gets it to Deacon Johnson. Johnson into the slot. Tried to feed it to Dab. Couldn't get it there. Recovered by Weaver. Weaver will take the shot. One off the shoulder of Phelps. And back out there. Dab going to take the shot. And it's going to go off a Westfield player. He'll recover the puck, though, from the far side. Westfield now stepping in. Cause some chaos. And it's going to be Wetzel. We'll send this one down behind the goal line. They'll battle down in the near right corner. Send this one back out. Deacon Johnson trying to get it up the boards. But the Ice Rocks will have this as Boyle. Won't chase it down from behind into the Jets' offensive zone. Puck loose now. Deacon Johnson had it for a moment as Brown will have it for Westfield now. He'll bring it through center. They'll send it behind the goal line, and they'll go for a change. Canton-Akron now sending around the boards. Weaver sending out the bell to go off the stick of Bell and feed directly to a teammate there, taking the shot from the right circle. And we're going to have a penalty coming up on the near boards here. See what the call is. Couldn't see that from our angle, but there was some contact. And that's going to be Thor Chavold headed to the box for 2 minutes. Not sure what the call was. I don't know if anybody else saw it. Again, the angle was a little tight here as Canton-Akron will go to the penalty kill. 2 minutes up on the board. Ray LaChance will check in. Wright will take the face-off against him. .355 left here, second period. Westfield going to the power play. Jets trail 3-1. Puck will sail out to center. Westfield will have to vacate. Howe taking a shot from LaChance. And the puck's going to come loose, and the CNK player will send it down and he'll clear it. As Houck will set this up from behind the net of Phelps. Back out through center, off the boot of an Ice Rock player, and it's going to be cleared again by Canton-Akron. This one will head all the way down and buy some time for the Jets. Right now from center. Working along the far boards. He's going to run into Pryor. Pryor going to cause him some headache. And he'll have to send it back out to the top of the circle. Campbell with the puck now from the blue line. Sending it back down to the circle to the far right side. Try to feed in the slot. Houck taking a shot. It's going to go off the left pad of Connor Mold. Barbieri and Pryor working from behind the net. 2:58 left here, second period. Guess we can cancel that ice cut by now. From the blue line, takes a shot. Going off a couple players and to the near board. Canton-Akron, 45 seconds left on the penalty kill. Will send this one out to center. Houck sending it across ice. And it'll go out to Jack Pryor. Pryor, he'll send it back out to center. Puck intercepted. Taking a shot taken. It's going to go off the right side of Phelps. Saved by the Westfield netminder. And they'll feed this one to the near side. Takes a shot. Blocker side saved by Connor Mold. 2:15 left here. Second period. To Bell headed to the ice. As well as nicely. LaChance will head to the bench. Houck from the far side. Getting around nicely. Trying to get into the circle. We have the puck knocked away by Pryor. Easy for me to say. And Westfield now with 2 seconds left on the power play. Will not convert. We're back to 5-on-5. Orchavold headed right out to the box. He'll out to the blue line. He'll stand there. And it's good. The puck will go off his stick out to center. Ethan Bell was there, but Westfield will have possession as they'll try to get it back in the offensive zone. Thornburg sending it over the far side. Collision over there. Puck loose at center. Into the Jets offensive zone now to the far side. Thorchavold tried to keep it in. It'll head back out to center and be palmed down. And sent over to Barbieri. Barbieri off the boards. He'll get it to Ethan Bell. Bell trying to keep it inside. He'll work through 3 green jerseys, but he'll keep it into the far circle. Feed it into the slot looking for Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer from behind the goal line has Barbieri in front of him. He'll give it to Barbieri to the right of Phelps. Trying to take a shot. But had his stick lifted. LaChance taking a shot. Bad save by Phelps. Stagmeyer from the far left corner. He'll lose the puck, and it'll be Tyler Benson stepping in to try to help him out. Benson getting some work in as he returns this weekend. Shot from Barbieri. Puck lingered out there. No rebound shot. Another shot by Benson, and it's going to go wide right of the cage. Westfield going to send this one down, and would have been icing, but Connor Mold sending his back outer. Weaver with the puck. Takes a shot, and it's going to go off the pad of Phelps. Big shot there. A chance. Whistle down. Puck still loose at center. Stagmeyer delivering a shot as well. He'll actually be able to pick up the puck, but he'll run into some interference on the boards, and we're going to get a whistle. Quite honestly, don't know what the whistle was for. I don't think the puck went out of play. told there was a door open on the bench. All right, good reason as ever to stop a game. 8 seconds left here, second period. Westfield with a 3-1 lead. Craven stepping in defensively. He'll poke the puck off a brown stick. And that will bring us to the end of the second period here at the Goggin Ice Center on the campus of Miami University. After 2, the Westfield Ice Rocks have a 3-1 lead over the Canton-Akron Jets. Will step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
This is Everett Fitzhugh, the radio voice of the NHL Seattle Kraken, and when I want to catch up with Youngstown sports, I tune in to Western Reserve Radio, WRDB, The Scourge.
Back here at the Gargan Ice Arena on the campus of Miami University. Ice cut time here between the second and third period. Some numbers here from the first two periods. It would be Westfield Ice Rocks getting on the board first with just 21 seconds in the game as Halk would hit the back of the net off the right side of Connor Mold. That would give the Westfield Ice Rocks a 1-0 lead. And then would be Kersner and Brown adding goals at 6:31 and 28 seconds. Canton-Akron have three opportunities on the power play. They would convert on one. That would be Sebastian Dabb with 5:05 left in the second period, converting on that. And it would be Portia Bolt headed to the box for 2 minutes. 3:55 left in the second period for the Westfield Ice Rocks. They would head to the box for holding, tripping, and interference. 6 minutes and penalties for the Westfield Ice Rocks. Currently showing officially up on the board, the Canton-Akron Jets with 23 shots on goal. The Westfield Ice Rocks with 9 after 2. The Westfield Ice Rocks have a 3-1 lead. Coming up tonight here on Western Reserve Radio 2 at 6:15, it will be the pregame for the Grove City Wolverines as they host Washington and Jefferson in the night game there at Robert E. Thorne Field. That is scheduled for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Mark Means, Chris Birch, and the professor, Ryan Briggs, bring you all the action as Grove City will look back. They'll look to rebound from their first loss of 2025. They'll start PAC play today against Washington and Jefferson. And then also the Canton-Akron Jets will be back in action, 6:55. The scheduled 6:55 puck drop for the Canton-Akron Jets as they will take on the Northern Kentucky Norsemen as part of this showcase down here in Oxford, Ohio on homecoming weekend for Miami of Ohio. Redhawks in action on the gridiron as well. And a very busy time down here on campus for the Miami Redhawks. We'll step aside for another timeout. We come back, third period action here from the Dog and Ice Arena in Oxford, Ohio. You are listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia One Network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. The Village Tavern has been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
Back here at the Goggin Ice Arena on the campus of Miami University as we get ready for third period action. Canton-Akron Jets trailing the Westfield Ice Rocks by a score of 3-1. More scores from last night. The Youngstown Phantoms, they get the 3-1 win over Team USA. Also, we noticed as we came in today a huge banner of Tony Noreen, coach of the Miami Redhawks and former lead man for the Youngstown Phantoms for several years. So congratulations to Tony Noreen. Having a very nice program down here at Miami of Ohio. Big part of the development of the Youngstown Phantoms for several years. Phantoms also winning both games down at the Lemieux Center in Cranberry as part of the USHL Fall Classic. As we get ready, third period action here. Westfield 3, Canton-Akron 1. Shots on goal, 23 for Canton-Akron, 9 for Westfield. Connor Mold will be in the net to our right. It'll be Phelps to our left for Westfield. Back in action tonight again, 6:55. As part of the showcase weekend. Canton-Akron will make at least two more trips down to this same area coming up in the coming months as part of the 2025-2026 season. So Stagmeyer, Craven, LaChance, Barbieri, and Nicely will start off the third period for Canton-Akron. We doubt that will take the face-off against LaChance. Puck will sail over to Nicely. Out there. Puck will be pushed behind the goal line now. CAK pushing it forward on the wall, but I don't think anybody saw it. Stagmeyer couldn't grab it up as it passed him up. And we'll send it around the kick plate. Westfield will have it on the far side, still in the Jets' offensive zone. Ice Rocks trying to get it through center. And we have pushed behind Stagmeyer. No call on the play. Shot. It's going to be swallowed up by Connor Mold. 10th shot of the game for Westfield. Benson, Pryor, Weaver will make their way to the ice for Canton-Akron. I'll drop this one to the right of Connor Mold. Face-off from the circle. Take the shot off the face-off. And it'll hit behind the net. As points will have it. They'll send it across. Shot. Blocker side saved by Connor Mold. It'll sail to the far side, down into the far corner. Westfield still in possession. Going to get another shot off. It'll go wide left of the cage. Puck loose behind the boards. It'll be Weaver sending it up around the kick plate. Tyler Benson there. He'll have an opportunity. He has to beat one man to take a shot. Takes a shot. And there's going to be a stick save by Phelps. Benson again. Feed into the slot. Trying to get the rebound there. Nothing. As Westfield will have it. Worthington trying to send it down into the Jets' defensive zone. Feeds it over, and it's going to be stopped by Connor Mold. Mold working from right to left. We'll swallow that one up. Clock will stop with 7:15 left here, third period. Jets trailing by a score of 3-1. They'll drop this one to the left of Connor Mold. Sebastian Dabb on the faceoff. Shot from Thornburg. He couldn't get it through traffic. Puck loose against the near boards. Thor Chavold working it down in the Jets' offensive zone. He'll take the shot, and it's going to be a save and linger out there. No second shot for Canton-Akron. Phelps will cover this one up. Clock will stop with 7:03 left here, third period. Jets trail by 2. Sebastian Dabb take the face off against Weiss to the left of Phelps. Buck loose will head up against the boards. Chavold headed, setting out to the point. Barbieri tried to take a shot. Couldn't get it through traffic, though. From the circle. Now behind the net of Phelps. He'll send it back out. Westfield with possession. Get it out to center, but Barbieri will be the first one to it. Jack Barbieri trying to hold on to it, but three green jerseys going to run into him. Shot. It's going to be a glove save by Connor Mold. He'll hold on to it. Clock will stop with 6:39 left here in this final period. Game 2 of the weekend. Jets fall last night. Looking to rebound today. They'll drop this one to the right of Phelps. Craven trying to reach in and send it out forward. He'll chip it up. He'll get it to Nicely. Nicely out to center. That'll be Westfield just going to return the favor. Ethan Bell dropping it back over to Weaver. Weaver to the far side. Craven sending it out. He'll drop pass it to Nicely. Nicely giving it to Bell. Bell couldn't hold on to it. Too many Westfield players there for him. And they'll bring it back into the Jets' defensive zone. Doan going to take a shot. And it's going to go wide right of the cage. Puck loose out at center. Levette feeding it off the boards. Try to bank it off out to center to be Gage Weaver. First one there for the Jets. He'll return the favor. Phelps tried to stop it coming around. Cooper there as well, but Jets now with possession. Ethan Bell working there, trying to get somebody in the slot, but it's going to be picked off by Westfield. Good look where the Jets couldn't capitalize on it. Weaver defensively going to send this one back behind the goal line, and it'll be Tyler Benson from the far corner. He'll have the puck. It'll drift out to the blue line. Craven going to keep it in. He'll get it down to Benson. Benson needed some help there, but he'll get it. He'll have it. Feeds it into the slot. Craven's going to take the shot. It's going to bounce up and to the near boards. Canton-Akron with the puck down behind the goal line. They're going to fight in front of Phelps. Trying to get it in. It's going to go in. Do they call it, though? I don't see a signal from the official. I saw no signal from the official. And they're going to say no goal. I don't know if that was going to be a premature whistle. But they will drop it to the right of Phelps. 5:16 left here, third period. A chance to take the face off. Excuse me, that will not be a chance, but they will send us all the way down. Connor Moll will step out. He'll play this one, send it out to center. Westfield, though, will send it right back. And it's going to be an icing coming up against the Ice Rocks. We'll move this one down to the left of Phelps in the Jets offensive zone. Sebastian Dabb, Deacon Johnson, and Thor Chavold up front. Balestrino and Pryor defensively. Shot from the far side. Nowhere to go. Chavold trying to work it in. He'll go off the shoulder. Into the slot. Westfield will recover. Balestrino will pick it up at center. And he'll send it right back in there as the Jets will clear the zone. Chavold back on the angle trying to get to it. Dabb there as well. They'll send it out to the point defensively. Back out to center. And it's going to be Pryor working to the inside. He'll have Deacon Johnson behind him. Chavold in the slot looking for the redirect. Couldn't get there in time. Puck loose out at center now. Deacon Johnson feeding it back to Chavold. Chavold sending it over to Pryor. Overshot it. Houck now with the puck. Trying to go for the backhand. He'll blow a tire and go down. They're going to say that's a tripping call coming up. Although I thought he went down on his own, but we'll give the officials the benefit of the doubt on that. A questionable call. The Ice Rocks will go to the power play. Craven, Barbieri, LaChance, and Bell out on special teams for the Jets. 4:22 left here, third period. Canton-Akron trailing by a score of 3-1. Face off to the right of Connor Mold. Working out center. Canton-Akron now with an opportunity. Bell trying to chase it down. He'll race Levette to it, and it's going to be at the goal line. Right to the right of Phelps. Backhand by LaChance gets it deeper down into the Jets' offensive zone, and they'll back out. As Westfield now will try to reset it. Couldn't connect on the pass. It'll actually drop back. Wise looking for the pass. It's going to go past the stick, but it'll end up on the tape of a Ice Rocks player. Craven there good defensively. And he'll send it back out. Campbell from the red line. We'll send this one cross ice over to Boyle. Boyle working from the Ice Rocks defensive zone. We'll send it out to center. Puck down in the far corner. Craven on the angle. He'll take away the path. 1:05 left here on the power play for Westfield. Puck in the far right corner. Tied up. Bell tried to work in there. Craven going to shake it loose, though. And he's going to set this one up for Canton-Akron with some speed. Trying to get down there. It's going to be LaChance. Takes a shot. Shorthanded goal. 48 seconds left in the third period. Right, LaChance with the goal cuts the Westfield lead to 3-2. 48 seconds again left on the power play for Westfield. Canton-Akron out shooting Westfield 30-12. They'll drop this one at center. Nicely, we'll take the face off. The battle through the next 45 seconds. Gage Weaver trying to clear the puck. They go high and through center. Boyle will pick this one up. and try to bank it off through center. Jets now taking another shot. Phelps try to reach over for it, but it'll play it from behind the goal line. Hauk now from the far side with some speed through center. Nicely has the angle. He'll get past nicely. Takes the shot, and it's going to go wide left of the cage. Stopped by Connor Mold, I believe. Ricocheted off there. 10 seconds left on the penalty kill for Canton-Akron. 2:28 left on the game clock. Jets trail by a score of 3-2. Hauk try to send the puck down, but we're going to have a tripping penalty coming up against Canton-Akron. As defensively, there was a Jet tried to reach in to push the puck away. And I believe that's going to be Tyler Benson headed to the box for another 2 minutes. So just as they clear the penalty for CAK, the Jets will go right back to the penalty kill. It'll be LaChance, Craven, Bell, and Barbieri again. Puck high in the air, will sell out to center. And chase down from behind. Ethan Bell trying to get to it as Hauk was reaching for it. Boyle now will have it for Westfield. Boyle working from the far boards. He'll bank it off, trying to get it into the zone. Craven there as well. LaChance clearing it all the way down ice. Phelps will step out to play it. 1:55 left here, third period. And Akron looking for the shorthanded goal again. 1:30 left on the penalty to Tyler Benson. Right from the near board. Trying to work to the inside. Into the slot. Couldn't set up the shot to Duke. Shot from behind. Craven stepping in. He'll put him down. Puck from behind the net now. One from left to right. Westfield from the circle. Down in the far right corner now. Trying to feed it into the slot. Looking for a shot. But Jets there defensively. Another shot there. Pat save by Connor Mold. I don't even know if he saw that one coming. Craven now trying to get to it. Down in the corners. Westfield will send this one out to center. Under a minute left on the penalty. 1:14 left in the game. Hauk working from his own defensive zone. Through center. Go back and forth with Boyle. Puck loose now. Craven going to send it down through center. Westfield going to reset. 40 seconds left on the power play for Westfield. Jets trail by a score of 3-2. Puck loose at center. The Vets now will send this off the board. We'll get it to Weiss. And Akron going to clear this one more time. As 23 seconds left on the power play. 38 seconds left on the game clock. Westfield went to take a shot. Back check from Rossi nicely. Sharp angle shot. Going to go high and above. And still loose as the Jets will clear this one all the way down with 6 seconds left on the penalty. 20 seconds left on the game clock. Tyler Benson to play this now from the box. And they'll send this one down behind the goal line as Westfield will try to burn the rest of this clock off. 5 seconds left here in the game. Shot by Camo. It'll go wide right. And then ricochet. Westfield is going to add a goal with 1.9 seconds left here in this game. 4-2 is your score. Westfield with the lead. Less than 2 seconds left in this game. As Sebastian Dabb will come in to take the final face-off here. Brown will take it for Westfield. And Akron looking for their second loss of the weekend. They'll be back in action tonight. And this one will head down behind the goal line, and that will bring us to the end of this one. After 3, the Westfield Ice Rocks, they get the 4-2 win over the Canton-Akron Jets. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio on the iMedia One Network.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Third period action coming up here from the Goggins Center. Apologize for that error there. We had the ice cut halfway through the second period. Get into that habit of having that right after the second, but he did that midway second period. So Canton-Akron Jets with a trail 4-2 as Westfield now with the puck. Phelps to our right, Connor Mold to our left. Send it down to the far board. Pryor chipping this one back down into the corner. Westfield now with the puck at the goal line. Shamold stepping in. He'll redirect it. Dabb coming in. He'll knock the stick away from a Westfield player. He'll take a shot, and it's going to go high over the cage. Shot from the circle. It'll be a pad save by Phelps. Dabb now keeping it in. Looking for his other defenseman. Nothing there. He'll take the shot. It's going to linger out in front of Phelps, but it's going to be pushed away. Howe and Pryor will chase this one down behind Mold. Howe actually will end up with it. He'll take a shot. So the Mold will set this one up for Weaver. Weaver from the circle, from the near boards. Chip this one all the way down, and that'll be icing coming up against the Canton-Akron Jets. 15:48 left here in third period. Jets trail by a score of 5-2. They'll drop this one to the right of Mold. This one will sail behind the goal line. Back up the boards, and Cooper will be the closest one to it. And we'll get a whistle. Clock will stop at 15:40 left here in the third period. Clock going up into the bench. So we'll get a new one. Face off again to the right. The Jets netminder. Shot by Kinsner. And it'll sail behind the goal line. Westfield trying to set someone into the slot. And it'll be stopped by Connor Mold. 15:30 left here, third period. Westfield 4, Canton 2. Worthington taking the face off for Westfield, taking it against LaChance. LaChance will send it all the way across ice. Nicely trying to step in to clear it. And it'll be fed out to nicely by Thor Chavold. LaChance through center. He'll have Stagmeyer with him. He'll take the shot. Couldn't get all of it, but he'll get the rebound. Stagmeyer now with the puck. Trying to feed that back out to Barbieri at the blue line. Takes a shot. It's going to go off the pad of a Westfield player. And Barbieri will send it back in. The Jets will have to vacate the zone. It'll roll all the way across. The kick plate will right. We'll send it back for Westfield. Puck out the center. Balestrino for the Jets. Banking this off the board. Tried to get it to Stagmeyer. Actually, will end up on the stick of LaChance. LaChance working from the right of Phelps. Puck came loose, and Phelps will cover it up. That'll stop the clock with 14:46 left, third period. Jack Pryor, Will Craven making their way to the ice defensively. Draw to come to the right of Phelps. Puck out of the blue line. It'll sail to center. Westfield with the puck, but it's going to be a great back check by Pryor. Pryor working to keep this back into the zone. He'll Benson to his right. He'll try to slide it over, but it'll remain loose from behind the net. From the point. Drop this puck down in the center, trying to work through there. Tried to keep it in the zone. Craven, though, will pick it up at center. He'll trickle it back and send it off the far board. Set it up now for Canton-Akron as they enter the zone. Benson chipping it in. Westfield with the puck. And have it knocked off their stick. Craven will send it back out to Pryor. Pryor. Now nice. No icing coming up here. And Akron trying to feed it into the slot. Nobody there. Benson chase it down behind the goal line behind Phelps. Okay, and Akron trying to feed it into the slot. Westfield with the puck. They'll clear this all the way down. That will be stopped by Mold. Connor Mold going to step out and play it. Ethan Bell now from the far board. Working into the offensive zone. Puck comes loose. And it's going to be Westfield through the zone. Now with Deacon Johnson coming off the bench. We'll redirect the puck. And we're going to have an offside coming up against the Ice Rocks. Shots being shown on the board is 35 for Canton, 18 for Westfield. Sebastian Dabb to take the face-off just outside the Jets' defensive zone. Dabb will win this one. He's going to have Johnson to his right. Takes a shot, glove save by Phelps. 2-on-1, but a great save by Phelps. 13:21 left here, third period. Buck to the right of Phelps. Stab. We'll take the face off. It'll be sent against the near boards. Ethan Bell working from down in the corner. Tried to feed in slot. Sharp angle shot. Almost missed it. Backhand rebound shot. Score. Canton-Akron cuts the lead of Westfield to 4-3. Deacon Johnson with the rebound shot. Makes the score Westfield 4, Canton-Akron 3, 13-11 left here in the third period. A chance. Stagmeyer nicely back out. That's a lead for Canton-Akron. A little bit of a false start there. Craven and Balestrino out defensively for CAK. Nicely working from the near board. He'll chip this one down in the Jets' offensive zone. He'll go behind the goal line. They'll battle behind the net. Stick comes loose, takes a shot, pad save. And Westfield trying to work through center, but too many white jerseys there. We're going to have an offside against Westfield. Houck bringing the puck into the zone, but had his own teammate beat him to the punch. Saw him coming just outside the Jets' defensive zone. LaChance will take this one. 12:51 left here, third period. Puck loose at center. Nicely. Chipping it down, but it's Westfield to the rebound at Houck from center. Working from the far side. Will be slowed up by Ollie Stagmeyer. Puck loose into the slot. Stagmeyer stepping in there. Trying to take the shot away from Houck. Houck working around the net of Connor Mold. Hamill from the near side. He'll get some pressure from Craven. Westfield now sending it back out to the blue line. Then back down behind the goal line. Houck again trying to feed it in the slot. Nobody there. Braden LaChance, the closest one to it. Balestrino there as well for Canton-Akron. Craven from behind the red line will clear this one all the way down ice. Of icing coming up against Canton-Akron. That'll give them the ability to go for a change. As Gage Weaver, Jack Pryor, Tyler Benson will make their way to the ice. Four to 3 is your score. Canton-Akron trailing by 1. 12:02 left here, third period. We'll drop it to the right, Connor Mold. Weaver trying to send it up the board to the blue line. Worthington there. Will redirect it. From behind the goal line again, Weaver trying to send it up front, but it's going to be Worthington. It's going to pick it up in the slot. Couldn't get it down in time to get a shot off. He finally will get one off. Blocker side save by Mold. Benson now into the zone. Looking for somebody to his left. Nobody there. He'll have to wait till he gets some help. In the lower right corner. Weaver sending across ice. Sticking with a Jet player. And back out to center. Canton-Akron, Pryor setting it down, try to get it into the zone. Puck just being redirected all over the place right now. He'll send it down behind Connor Mold. Weaver stepping in there, We'll send it around the kick plate and get out to Benson. Benson, he'll lose this one in Worthington. We'll send it down, but redirected by Weaver to the far side. Canton-Akron working into the zone, takes a shot, swallowed up by Phelps. 11 minutes even left here, third period. Stab, Chavold, Barbieri, and Craven will make their way to the ice. Deacon Johnson will remain. Drop this one to the right of Phelps. And the Jets offensive zone. 39-19 shots on goal in favor of Canton-Akron, but they trail by 1. Westfield through center. Craven stepping in, tries to take the path away. Shot on goal. It's going to be wide to the right. Westfield trying to feed it down into the slot. Chavold from the near side. Chip this one off the board through center and send it back to Chavold. Chavold trying to work to the inside. He'll be able to get a shot off. And it's going to go over the shoulder. And it's going to go. He's going to say no goal. From our angle, it looked like it went in. No replay on that, but it looked like the shot ricocheted off of Phelps, went over his back, and it sat there. But it looked like we thought it broke the goal line. But again, we'll give the officials the benefit of the doubt because we don't have a choice. All right, 10:29 left here. No replay. I don't know a facility this nice. I'm sure they have something. A chance on the face-off to the left of Phelps. Westfield will win this one. Craven in defensively. We'll step in. Redirect the puck down in the lower left corner. We'll work it off the board down through center. And we'll say it tipped off somebody on the bench. So we'll drop it again to the right of Connor Mold. 10:16 left here in this third period. Westfield with a 4-3 lead over Canton-Akron. Plenty of football today. Also, the Ohio State Buckeyes headed out to Washington. Miami Redhawks. Oh, there's a chance is going to be asked to leave the circle. It'll be Stagmeyer taking the face-off. Puck loose now. Cooper will have it for Westfield. We're just going to chip this one down. It'll be palmed down by Craven. Craven going to send it down the board, and it'll be Braden LaChance, closest one to it for Canton-Akron, but Westfield will pick it up behind the goal line, and it'll be the lower right corner. Barbieri will stop it at the red line mid-ice, and it's going to be taken off of his stick. Westfield with an opportunity, but Stagmeyer with the great back check comes in and breaks up the play, and he'll be knocked down by Campbell. So Canton-Akron on the delayed penalty right now. 9:42 left, third period. They'll set it up from behind the net. Connor Mold will head to the bench. LaChance from the near boards. Send this one down behind the goal line. It'll be touched up, and Canton-Akron will go to the power play. 9:29 left here as Campbell will head to the box. Forward tripping for Westfield. Great opportunity for CAK. As they trail by 1. So we'll have a timeout here. 9:29 left in the third period. And Akron trailing by a score of 4-3. Scores from last night here. Of course, the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week. The Springfield Tigers, they knock off the Jackson Milton Blue Jays. And the Poland Seminary Bulldogs, they get the 34-0 win over the South Range Raiders. Their first win over the Raiders in several years. South Range, a perennial participant in the state playoffs. Poland dominant last night. Running clock for most of the second half. We'll be back here Friday night, 6:35 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff as the Poland Bulldogs will head out to Niles. Take on the Red Dragons. Of course, today hockey will continue. 6:55, Canton-Akron Jets will take on the Northern Kentucky Norsemen. Also coming up this evening, it'll be the Worcester Bulls making their debut the APHL. They'll be at home tonight. That'll be a 7:15 pregame, 7:30 puck drop over on City View Sportscast. Plenty of hockey to go around here. Phantoms, of course, in action. Back at home on October 10th as the Chance will take the faceoff just outside of the offensive zone. Dab now from the far circle. Jets on the power play. 9:23 left here. And Westfield will clear this one all the way down. He's set up by Mold. And they'll hold it for Barbieri. Barbieri from around the net. Chip it out to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer couldn't hold on to it, but he'll get back and gather it up. Stagmeyer now from behind the net. We'll try to set it up again. He'll get it out to LeChance. LeChance working to the inside. Back past Kersner. And he'll have the puck knocked off his stick. And Westfield will clear this again down behind as Connor Mold will set it up. We'll send it out to the far side. Jets now through center. Tried to connect with Weaver on the pass. Couldn't get to it. Icing coming up against the Jets with 8:45 left in the third period. 1:17 left on the power play for CAK. Bring this one all the way back, and the draw will come to the left of Connor Mold. Right and LeChance to take the draw. 8:45 left in the game. Pryor from behind the net. Trying to set it up. He'll get it to LeChance. Chance from the near side. Trying to work around right. He'll get it to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer working from the slot. Trying to get back out. He'll drop it to LeChance. Right to LeChance. Get it forward to Pryor. Jack Pryor chipping it down into the zone. This one will go behind the goal line. Weaver will be there as well. Back out to the blue line. LeChance. He'll go to the far side. Shot taken. And it's going to be a save by Phelps. Puck around the near board. Chance there first. We'll send it back around the kick plate. That'll be Weaver. Weaver to Pryor. Pryor taking a shot through traffic. And he's going to get the goal. Gage Weaver ties this one up with 8 minutes left in the third period. Second power play goal of the day for the Jets special teams. We are tied at 4. Gage Weaver from the blue line. Finds the right side and gets it in. And then acknowledged it in some weird way. Face off to come from center. 8 minutes left here, third period. Barbieri going to send this one to the far side, down to the upper right-hand corner. High back out to center as Westfield now with some speed. Odd man rush. Worthington will take the shot. It'll be covered up by Mold. Drop this one to the right. Up Connor Mold. 7:40 left here in the game. We are all tied up at 4. Jets at one point trailed by a 3-1 score. They battled their way back. Worthington to take the shot off the faceoff. And a glove save for the Jets. And we'll do it again, same place. Worthington trying to set this one around. He'll fan on the shot. And it'll be a glove save again. Westfield will get a shot from Houck. Pass changes for both teams. Stagmeyer, LeChance, and Nicely will make their way to the ice. Raven and Pryor defensively for the Jets. Draw to the right of Mole. Puck loose from behind the goal line. Craven will get there. Nicely in front of him. Up the far boards. Through center. And he'll chip this one down into the offensive zone. Stagmeyer, closest one to it. As Craven will sweep in and he'll get it to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer trying to backhand it. Too many green jerseys there, though. Feet into the slot. Shot. Rebound. Nothing there. Craven going to keep it in there. D-to-D shot for Craven. Craven on the blue line. Takes a shot. And it's going to trickle through traffic and be swept away by Westfield. Pryor will chase this one down as it heads down into the Jets' defensive zone. Pryor. He'll blow a tire. Puck loose. Craven there, though. Bring it up the far board. He'll fight through one check and then chip it down into the zone. He'll get tripped up. No call. Craven will make it back out to the point. Craven will make the change from forward to defense this year. Nicely now from the circle to the right of Phelps. Takes a shot. Going to bounce off the glove, but it'll go harmlessly to the outside for Westfield. Tied up against the near board. There's a chance. Now, trying to feed it in the slot. Was looking for Nicely. Couldn't get it there. Nicely, though. Gonna battle back with the back check. Send it out to center. Puck down the far side into the Westfield bench. 6:06 left here. Third period. 45 shots on goal. Westfield with 21. Or thereabouts. Take the face off for Westfield. Puck to the near board. Barbieri trying to send it in there. Benson out on the ice now for Canton-Akron. Westfield from behind their own net. Trying to send it across, but it'll go out to Barbieri. Barbieri backhanded this off the board. He's trying to get it to Benson. Benson feeding it over. Tyler Benson now off the stick. Trickle outside of the zone. Jets will have to clear. And Westfield from behind the net will set it up. Set it out to mid-ice. Barbieri will send this D-to-D to Gage Weaver. Weaver through center. We'll send it all the way down. Icing coming up. It's Canton-Akron Jets. 5:31 left here in the third period. Face off to come to the left of Mold. Dalp to take this for Westfield. Shot from the circle. It's going to go past the net, off the board, and through center. Benson will chip this one down to Gage Weaver. It's not going to be Weaver. Benson delivering a shot here. Puck still loose. And Canton-Akron trying to bring it through center. Westfield working from behind their net now with the puck. Trying to set something up here. Pressure from the Jets. Will get the puck back. They'll send it back behind the net. The Jets will work from the far right corner. 4:53 left here. Third period. Almost said fourth quarter. I knew it was going to happen. Canton-Akron works from against the board. But the puck's loose here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Looks like maybe somebody was sitting on it. Little Luke Scolari out there. Hope he's listening. It's Campbell now with the puck. We'll send this in the defensive zone, but it'll be Deacon Johnson there. Shake this loose. Jets with the puck. Trying to backhand it in the slot. Couldn't get the rebound shot. Deacon Johnson there. Jets with a look. Just couldn't connect on it. 4:23 left here in third period. Westfield and Canton-Akron all tied up at 4. Deacon Johnson to take the face off to the left of Phelps. Buck loose, dab there. Try to get it over to Ethan Bell, but it'll sail out to center. 2-on-1 if Westfield moves quickly. Takes a shot. Another great save by Connor Mold. Jets able to recover defensively. They'll send it all the way back. Ethan Bell now through center. He'll have Dab to his left. Feeds it over. Dab could not connect on the pass. He'll be able to gather it up. But Ethan Bell now against the far boards. He'll take the puck. And they'll sell behind the goal line. Westfield trying to clear it. He'll head out to center. Pryor, they're going to backhand and send it back into the Jets' offensive zone. However, Rocks will be right there. Westfield now through center. He'll attempted to take a shot from the circle, but couldn't work through the defense of Canton-Akron. And so the stick go down. We'll get a whistle. And I believe we got a penalty coming up against Westfield. 3:31 left here. This is going to be an unsportsmanlike. Oh, interference initially, and then an unsportsmanlike. So, Canton-Akron will go to the power play with 3.5 minutes left. They'll get the interference call followed up by an unsportsmanlike, and Doan will head to the box for Westfield to serve the penalty. I believe something was said to the officials that probably wouldn't want to repeat to his mom. All right, so Stagmeyer will start this out, as well as Barbieri, nicely. Ethan Bell will take the face-off. Gage Weaver out there as well. Barbieri feed it to Weaver. Weaver back out to Nicely. Nicely at the blue line. Chip it back down to Weaver. Weaver in the far right corner. Cycling around over to Barbieri. Jack Barbieri chipping it down into the circle. Feed it back out to Nicely. Couldn't get anything. Weaver now feed it over to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer lost the angle on that. Stagmeyer now from the near board. Send it back out to Barbieri. Jack Barbieri trying to get it to Stagmeyer. Stagmeyer will have it. Looking for somebody in the slot. Feeds it to the circle. Weaver takes a shot. Swallowed up by Phelps. 2:57 left here. Third period. 1:26 left on the power play for Canton-Akron. Stagmeyer taking the face-off for Canton-Akron to the right of Phelps. Fire on the ice defensively. Ethan Bell out there as well. Delay here as the officials want to talk about something. All right, we'll drop this one down to Weaver. Weaver in the corner. Nicely. Under some pressure, he'll get it back to Weaver. Weaver in the circle to the right of Phelps. Back out to Nicely at the blue line. They'll pitch it back and forth. Weaver. He'll blow a tire. He'll go down behind the goal line. Westfield tried to clear it, but Weaver was able to recover and gather the puck back up. Weaver from behind the net, sending it back out to the circle. They'll cycle around Weaver. Again, back out to the circle to the right of Phelps. Shot from the circle, and it's going to go off the pad of Phelps. Gage Weaver, senior, tried to wrap it around. Couldn't get it, but the Jets will maintain possession. Ethan Bell feeding into the slot. Westfield tried to clear it, and they'll send it out the center. It'll be Jack Pryor that will backhand it to Nicely. Nicely will drift back into the Jets' defensive zone to reset. Right in front of him. Stagmeyer from the circle to the near side. We'll send this D to D. 1:55 left in the game. 20 seconds left on the initial penalty for the interference, and we're going to get a whistle. Connor Mold will cover this one up. 15 seconds left on the power play for CAK. 1:45 left in the game. We're all tied up at 4. We'll drop this to the right of Connor Mold. Craven and Balestrino defensively now for the Jets. Canton-Akron with the puck now. Chance sending it across ice. Balestrino send it. He'll have it. He'll try to work it through. And he's going to have it taken away by Dow. Craven on the angle trying to get back to him. Takes a shot. Saved by Mold. Aaron Pass almost set up an opportunity for Westfield. Canton-Akron actually had a shorthanded goal earlier in the game. Board showing 49 shots on goal for Canton-Akron, 24 for Westfield. As Westfield is going to take a timeout. 1:25 left here in the game. We'll step aside for a quick timeout as well. You were listening to Canton-Akron Jets Hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
1:25 left here in third period. They're all knotted up at 4 between Westfield and Canton-Akron. We're back to 5-on-5 as Westfield will clear the penalty. Canton-Akron back in action tonight at 6:55. Add that in with all the exciting college football today. Ohio State Buckeyes headed out to Washington to take on the Huskies. The Miami of Ohio Redhawks on the gridiron as well. Homecoming week here on campus. A lot going on. So we'll drop this one to the right of Mold. 1:25 left here, all tied up at 4. Buck down in the far left corner. And Howe try to keep it in. Pryor right there, though, he'll poke it away down into the corner. Jets now on the rush. LaChance try to get into the zone and got it delayed offside here, but Westfield will clear it. It'll head up behind the net of Connor Mold. 1 minute left here in this game. Say 1 minute regulation is Howe. At it, Craven will step in, try to chip it up the board. Everybody trying to find the puck now. It's loose as Howe. Trying to work his way inside. He and Craven are all tied up. Craven now going to try to clear it off the board. But it'll be Westfield that will have the puck as they drift back in their own defensive. No chance. Going to pick it up, though. He's got an odd man rush. The chance. Got a shot off, but nothing close. He's going to be tackled down from behind. No call on the play. Puck apparently going to be pushed through center. However, Westfield now 2-on-1. Craven there to take away the pass. This one will go wide left of the cage. Puck sailing through center now. 10 seconds left here as Boyle with the puck there. Deacon Johnson tried to sneak up on him. And this one will sail all the way down ice as time expires. At the end of 3, we are all tied up at 4. The question is, will there be an overtime? And I believe I'm hearing there's going to be a 5-minute overtime. The official is going to head to the other side. And looks like we are going to have overtime here. Shots on goal, 49 for Canton-Akron, 24 for Westfield. We're not sure if it's accurate, but nonetheless, if that is the case, Mold stops 20 out of 24. All right. Phelps stopping 45 out of 49. It's a beautiful day down here on campus. Can't get much better. Actually, have some folks down here from the Youngstown area, former hockey players visiting us here at the Goggins Center. As Connor Mold, he will head to the net to the right. Phelps will go to our left. And it looks like we are going to go 3-on-3 for the next 5 minutes. Chance will take the face-off here. We are used to these rules here on Western Reserve Radio, same as the USHL. 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. We'll see if nothing is resolved in that time, if they will go to a shootout. All right, so Chance taking the face-off for Canton-Akron. We'll have Pryor behind him. Westfield with possession. They'll drop this one back to Houck. Houck sending it across to the far side. They'll feed it in as Delp tried to pick it up. They'll have to slow down. No problem. Campbell with the shot. It'll go wide right of the cage. Feed it back into the slot, and it'll be covered up by Connor Mold. 4:40 left here in this extra period. Stagmeyer nicely and Weaver will be next up for Canton-Akron. Wright, Houck, and Campbell will remain on the ice for the Westfield Ice Rocks. Puck drop to the left of Connor Mold. Nicely down the near side with some speed. He'll have the puck poked off his stick. It'll head into the boards in the lower left corner. Stagmeyer working there. He scores! Oh, Stagmeyer calls game 4:28 of the overtime period. The Canton-Akron Jets get the 5-4 win. And they are 1-1 on the weekend. Again, back in action tonight. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll give you some of the numbers. We'll wrap it up here for game one of the day here from the Goggins Center on the campus of Miami University. You're listening to Canton-Akron Jets hockey here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @College Hockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Back here as we wrap up the early game here from the Goggins Center on the campus of Miami University. The Canton-Akron Jets with a 5-4 overtime win over the Westfield Ice Rocks. And scoring would go like this. First period, it would be Westfield that would get scores from Houck, Hersner, and Brown. And then it would be also Sebastian Dabb getting the power play goal for the Canton-Akron Jets. That would make it 3-1 going into the ice cut that we didn't realize was halfway through the second period. And then going into the third period, it would be LaChance with a short-handed goal. And then also Pryor would get one on the feed from Weaver on the power play. That would make it 4-4. And then 32 seconds into overtime, Ollie Stagmeyer would find the top right corner. He would put it in the back of the net to give the Jets the 5-4 win in overtime. Jets will be back in action tonight at 6:55. We'll go on the air right around 6:45, depending on when the previous game wraps up. And, of course, over on Western Reserve Radio 2, the Grove City Wolverines host the Washington and Jefferson Presidents in Presidents Athletic Conference action. Back on the gridiron as the Grove City Wolverines try to rebound from their last game against Mount Union. Their first meeting in quite some time. They took the loss there, but PAC action starting today. And that'll be a 6:15 airtime on Western Reserve Radio 2, 7 o'clock kickoff. Mark Means, Chris Birch, and the Professor Ryan Briggs bring you all the action from Robert E. Thorne Field on the campus of Grove City College. So for Caitlin Mold, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you back here this evening at 6:45 p.m. Your score one last time in this one. The Canton-Akron Jets, they come back and get the 5-4 overtime win over the Westfield Ice Rocks. Again, we will see you back here again at 6:55 on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast.
At plus 166. It's a 3.5-point spread in favor of the Nittany Lions tonight in this top 10 tilt against the Ducks, whether it's defensively, as we just discussed, or what Penn State and Drew Aller have on the offensive side of the football. In your estimation, what is the key matchup that decides the outcome tonight in Happy Valley?
I think it comes